We started our business.
I've been standing on my own 2 feet. I was serving with my own 2 heats out the zip line. Got my own set of problems for the 3, so can never been a need for a freak. That's a headline. I would never let a hoe question me, cause she never met another like me. Call it dead style. On the lip, try to ride for the tree, but a strap for a strap. What you mean? That's a press shot. Going through it, got the best out of me. I was honest, got the rest out of me. I ain't need that. You ain't never seen the less out of me. Even when I give you less out of me, can you read that? When it's real, you gon' run, duck, and freeze. When it's real, I'ma hug that and squeeze, and I mean that. For the thrill, knock a man off his feet. 4-4 bulldog, I'm elite, he can get clapped. We slide, come on, the timing, I'm on. The rises, the falls, the rights, the wrongs, the heights, the lows. I'm right, fall, you weak, get strong. The fire, the song, we slide, come on, the timing, I'm on. The rises, the falls, the rights, the wrongs, the heights, the lows. I'm right, fall, you weak, get strong. The fire, the song. Keep working, keep the butts coming in. You gon' always need a blue set of friends. We can twin up. Always work, never luck. How you win? Why I'm luck? Cause I've been putting in. Know you need us. All these fans wanna lurk for a spin. Like a sentence, I cannot let them in. They was blocked out. See the plate, they gon' snake for the bins. Gotta watch for the fake and a friend. That's a back door. Like a dice, shoot back, then you sin. Got the mic like grenade with a pin. Let me toss that. Like a mic, I can raise to the rim. Fundamental off the play like I'm Tim. It's the big fun. Got the snipe like I'm Ray. I've been him. Got my team, put my back under them. That's a clutch shot. Got the smoke, wanna match, check the sin. We can roll. Got a box, never vent. You can air out. On the go, got a stock that's equipped. Seen a pop, drop a cop off the fence on the stairs now. Up my wrist like Shadora cement.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
I'm just smoke dog. For my son, crush a skull, not a dent. Get my arm for my son, get the hit. You get knocked off. At my peak and I
Just
still
getting
can't
everything
sprint.
set up.
I'm
We about to
to my
start
name,
cooking.
hit the print, I can't fall off. We slide. Come on. The timing. I'm on. The rises. The falls. The rights. The wrongs. The heights. The lows.
Alright, man.
Fall. You weak. Get strong.
Yeah, family, what's going on? What's going on? Let's get in here, man. Getting everything set up. Everything set up. How's everybody doing today, man? Hopefully everybody's enjoying this weekend. Getting prepped for the 4th of July, man. Getting them fireworks ready, getting that barbecue ready. All them good things. Oh, man, did y'all tap into that barber shop this morning? Who was in that barber shop this morning, man? Alright, we're going to give it a couple more seconds, then we just going to go ahead and dive in with my thoughts today, man. And if you got any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, anything you want me to address, go ahead and drop it in the comments, in the chat right now, man, and we'll get you together. G. Bush about broke the Cleveland media, I know that. G. Bush is about broke the Cleveland media. That's real talk. I think that's probably where we'll get started today, man. That's where we're going to start this thing off, man. For me personally, these last couple weeks have revealed a lot. These last couple weeks have revealed a lot to me in terms of people's mindset, where people stand, what side of the fence people are on. All of these things are things that come to me when I think about the Sorsby situation. I think about just the whole offseason in general, right? From the time of the coach search, right? We think about how the coach search went. These guys wanted Shieldhouse, Udinski, all of these different guys. And you know why they wanted these young kids, essentially? They wanted 30-year-old coaches because they wanted to be able to poke and prod, pull the strings. You know, these guys don't have any real media understanding, any coof about themselves, about how to interact with the media, especially this Cleveland media, which we know is full of snakes, right? So they campaign for one of these young coaches that they could be able to do whatever they want to. Then we get Coach Monken. And when Coach Monken comes in and is dropped, the media already began to shift. Coach Monken, what? Terrible. Not understanding the whole picture. You needed an offensive coach. You needed a coach that can handle the media. You needed a coach that can handle personality, such as Shedeur, at the time, Myles Garrett. So why would you throw a 30-year-old coach, first-time coach at that, into this situation? Now, yes, Coach Monken is a first-time coach, but this dude is decorated. When I say decorated, I mean decorated. This is a coach's coach. So when we talk about Cleveland media, they're already off on the wrong foot because a lot of them, tried to downplay Coach Monken as far as his credibility. As far as all the candidates we had, once Harbaugh was off of the board, these guys were talking about the guy from Miami, the little weird guy from Miami. I didn't personally want that, but they were all looking for kind of character guys that they felt like they could get over on, right? They didn't want Harbaugh. Harbaugh moved on. We got Monken. And as soon as we got Monken, the narrative started to switch as far as Coach Monken. Now, as long as we've known, he's been touted as being an elite offensive coordinator, right? Lamar Jackson, MVP season, going crazy. Got Lamar doing big things we hadn't seen Lamar doing. Took Lamar's game to a whole nother level, right? Fast forward, he's in Cleveland, and now it's like, oh, this is just a first-time coach. This is just anybody. And that's the level of thinking when it comes to the Cleveland media towards the new coach. We move forward, and as the draft passes, AB cooks, right? And that took them by surprise again. Because last year, it was like pulling teeth for these guys to sit here and give AB any credit about the draft class he had. The only flaws of last year's draft class, you can debate Mason Graham, but he's a starter, right? But Dylan Gabriel is the only flaw of that draft. And whose pick was that? The guy that's not here anymore. The guy that is no longer coaching the team. And for good reason. So, AB cooks again. 2 years in a row. AB does his thing. Another draft class. You got the likes of EMW, and I think that's a sleeper. People don't talk about EMW enough in this draft class. Yes, that's the safety out of what? Toledo? Dude is a baller. And I believe they're looking at him starting immediately. I don't know if Grant Delpit is dealing with some kind of injuries or whatever. You still got Hickman and those things. But this guy, EMW, is a problem. Ball hawk, turnover machine. And it's not just the interceptions. This guy is a hitter. Comes down, smacks. I'm talking about this guy, famous. He's really picked up on that peanut punch. If you go watch any of his highlights, EMW, Emmanuel McNeil Warren, this guy has really perfected the peanut punch in his own right, especially at the collegiate level. We can see if that can maintain and produce. This guy's a rookie. But this team is littered with rookies. But littered with rookies that have potential. Littered with rookies that have upside. Okay? Now, this draft class, you don't think Todd Monken had anything to do with that draft class as well? You don't think he had any type of questions, concerns, any data, any whispering in the ear? Hey, AB, come here. I like this guy. If we can't get such and such, I like this guy. Why do you think he was so happy? You were able to get Fano and various other picks as far as Casey, Concepcion, Boston. All of these guys that you got were on most people's top 25 boards. So all of these guys in the Cleveland media, they love to give credit as far as to McShays, the Peliceros of the world. On all of those guys' draft boards, all of our players were top 25. So when we talk about giving Andrew Berry his credit, it's like pulling teeth with no numbing. It's like pulling teeth with no numbing for this Cleveland media to give Andrew Berry credit, right? Because there's a rift. They felt like AB should have been fired when Kevin was fired. But you know what separated that? Dillon Gabriel. You know what separated that? The offense being lethargic. But the Cleveland media was so locked in with Kevin. That's why you have people like Jason Lloyd who can come on, not watch a lick of football, not watch a cent of football, not watch anything. When it comes to Browns football, putting on the tape, actually watching. And I'm not. This guy doesn't even watch the TV cut, let alone getting a subscription and tapping into the All 22. But guess what he'll do? He'll get on his phone, just like you or me, send a text. Hey, what do you think about Shedeur Sanders? Hey, what do you think about such and such? But they were available to do so because Kevin made it that way. Right? That's why the media's in shambles now. Put two and two together. Before, these guys weren't flipping out, blowing off the top. You didn't see 92-3 The Fan, ESPN Cleveland. None of these guys were going viral on Reels. None of these guys were doing anything before Shedeur got here. And then Kevin Stefanski gets fired, and it added so much fuel to the fire as far as these media guys, because their info, their tidbits, their backdoor connections evaporated. So now we have a new coach that, for one, has a character in which he's not going to sit here and play with us. He's not going to toy with us. He's not going to allow us to, lead the lines of questioning. If there's a narrative he doesn't like, he deads it in the water. If there's a question he doesn't care for, he lets you know immediately that he doesn't care for the question, right? So when you take that into account, Andrew Berry's still here. You got a quarterback that we don't care for in Deshaun Watson, a quarterback we really can't stand in Shedeur Sanders. And now we have Todd Monken that's not giving us any info. These guys are losing it. These guys are out of their minds, right? So out of their minds that they can't even acknowledge all of the young talent being built around this franchise. All of the work when it comes to at least attempting to rebuild this offensive line in the offseason. None of it's acknowledged. It's all poo-pooed away. They discredit it, or they make it seem as if it's patchwork. Well, damn, patchwork or not, any offensive line that you have this year, if you go and make some moves, has to be better than the one you had last year that was 31st fighting for last. Right? But yet they'll tell you, oh, this offensive line is unproven. They'll try and discredit the guys brought in. Howard, good guy. Fano, sleeper pick. And how is he a sleeper pick when he's a top 10 pick? Right? But when it comes to the Cleveland media, this whole offseason, have we really sat down and talked about, okay, how is Todd Monken going to utilize Quinshon Judkins in this zone scheme, but effectively stretch out this pass game and get us cooking down the field? Because we know Todd Monken, what has he done? Every level he's been on, collegiate, NFL, this dude is putting points on the board. And it's with different variations of talent, different collections and pools of talent, good, bad, and different mixes. And this guy is cooking with all of them. Think about some of the quarterbacks that he's coached. Stetson Bennett. Anybody? Can I interest you in Stetson Bennett to be your franchise quarterback? No, but this guy got Stetson Bennett drafted where? I believe he was definitely above a third round pick. And Stetson Bennett had nowhere being that high. But Coach Monken had Georgia cooking. Do we not remember What, the first time Georgia had a top offense? Georgia was known for defense. Coach Monken gets there and cooks. All of these things in your Cleveland media could be talked about. We could be having these conversations. We could really be sitting down and figuring out, okay, this new collection of offensive linemen, what is the best combination of them, right? Our defense, we got rid of Myles Garrett, but we have Verse. Verse is coming from a 3-4. Now he's in a 4-3. Can we expect Verse to really take off? Nobody wants to sit down and talk about the really football acumen as far as looking at the game. Nobody wants to talk about it anymore. It's all opinion based. It's all, I feel this way. Somebody in the Browns, I have a guy in the building that texted me and he said, right? We just had perfect example. The guy by the name of Fetter. The Cleveland Cavaliers beat reporter, right? They're lacking his summer vacation over on the Fan, 92.3. So what do they have to do? Go pull in a Cavs beat reporter to come in and talk football. And what did this guy get? They came in the morning, they handed him a packet. Here you go. Open up the packet. We take a look at this packet. You know, you get your morning briefing, right? We got our coffee. I got my coffee here. You see, I got the big boy. We're in the morning briefing. We got our coffee. We get our packet. As he flicks through, this dude, Chris Fetter, he flicks through. What does he have? Jason Lloyd 101. Jason Lloyd 101A. Jason Lloyd. Well, he has the whole Jason Lloyd outline in a packet, right? But these are guys that get paid to come on, and he's supposed to have his own personal opinion. He's supposed to be doing his own research. He's supposed to be watching his own film, as are all of these people. When did that fail to be the standard for people that in the public face, over airwaves, radio, television, internet, are giving you supposedly facts about your favorite team? You're supposed to be educating the fans about their favorite team, but yet all we can get is propaganda. They just taking the page from the regular media. We ain't getting into that though. Let's tap in with the chat real quick, man. I've been missing y'all. My fault. I was ranting for a second. You seen me. I was getting into it, man. Let's start it off. Irvin Reed, Templar up. Salute. Appreciate you, man. Charmaine, how you doing? Irvin Reed. Coach is setting us up with the Midwest offense. Absolutely. Hey, listen. That offense that Coach Monken is going to set up for us, and you alluded to it, and I thank you for bringing up this point, because it's slept on. It's really slept on, right? And why is it slept on? Maybe because we have a lot of rookie additions. We have a lot of people that aren't the hottest commodities. Jerry Jeudy. Let's talk about Jerry Jeudy for a quick second. Let's be honest about Jerry Jeudy for a quick second. Jerry Jeudy's been catching a lot of flack. Jerry's been catching shots everywhere. And some of them warranted, right? A lot of them can be warranted. And it's okay to say that they're warranted. But what we're not going to do is not act like Jerry Jeudy doesn't have the talent to be an elite wide receiver. He has the talent and the skill set to be able to do so. Has he fully unlocked his skill set yet? No, he hasn't. Harold Fannin, second-year guy. You're telling me a second-year guy has unlocked his full potential in the league? This guy was a top 5 tight end last year. A top 5 tight end last year. You don't think Coach Monken working with Mark Andrews, who's the guy that just went to the Giants? I forget his name. The big tight end. Y'all know who I'm talking about for the Ravens, though. His name is forgetting me right now. It's slipping. But this guy has worked with elite tight ends. Some of the best to do it. When you talk about tight ends, we had Chris Fetter again saying that Harold Fannin Jr. wasn't a top 10 tight end in the league. These are the guys that we let on the airwaves, man. These are the guys that we let tell fans what they need to believe or what they should be thinking, feeling, any of the sort about your team. Harold Fannin, by all accounts, is a top 5 tight end. You know why? Let's ask somebody that plays tight end. George Kittle. Anybody ever heard of George Kittle? I'll wait. Somebody let me know if you heard of George Kittle. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to give you an assignment, a little homework. Go look up how George Kittle talks about Harold Fannin Jr. at the tight end position. Glowing reviews. But yet you'll have Chris Fetter come on as though he's some type of high-ranking football official, some higher football mind than the average individual, and he's going to tell you Harold Fannin isn't a top 5 player, a top 10 player at that. Are we serious? Are we serious, family? So when I break this all back, right, and I've been playing these highlights, man, I'm going to get to the full screen because I have to talk for a second. When you bring this all back, this media has lost its damn mind. G. Bush had to cook them, right? You get on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, you come on, everybody's energy's down. These are guys being paid to be there, mind you, right? Everybody's heads down, looking at their phones, you know. Why is that? Because they would rather bring in anybody else outside of Coach Monken, Andrew Berry, Shedeur Sanders. You know why? They can't relate to those guys. They can't buddy up with those guys. Those aren't the kind of guys that's going to go sit and have a martini with them because they're not drinking nothing that they should be. They drinking something weird. Mimosas and whatever else. I don't know. I'm not a heavy drinker, you can tell. But these aren't the kind of guys that you can sit in the back room and try and get some tidbits of information with. Kevin is one of those kind of guys that you can sit and they do that kind of stuff. They hang out with you. Coach Monken ain't that kind of guy. Coach Monken gonna look at you like you crazy when you ask him something goofy. And you see how he checked Tony Grossi. Oh, Tony, I named the quarterback. Tony, up. Then it turns to stutter face. And then when you ask these guys a real question when they say something, Shedeur is the worst quarterback ever. How? A simple question like that turns them into Cat got your tongue. Can't get no words out. Now, this 5 weeks, I sat out in my head. I sat out over these 5 weeks for this little break. I'm like, I want to sit back and watch the media. You know, I'm going to sit back, make my reaction videos, do my thing. But every narrative over the past 2-3 weeks, it's been like a complete waterfall of bull. You know what I'm saying? It's been terrible. It's gone so far that these guys are now advocating for us to bring in Mac Jones before we put the pads on to be the week 1 starter. You don't believe me? Go check out The Fan. You might be entertained. That might be your kind of riff. That might be what you like. That might be your niche. Let me tap in with y'all real quick, man. I don't think anyone is ready for the Browns or Irvin Reed, man. He said, I don't think anyone is ready for how the Browns are going to spread the rock. What I'm waiting to see is how our red zone offense works in real time. One of my last videos, we looked at how Shedeur cooked in the red zone. And this is the pass he threw to David Njoku, right? These dudes were in the nastiest of offenses. When I say the schematics was that of a Vince Lombardi-led Packers team, where you have no splits, the receivers don't widen out, receivers have hands in the dirt. It was basically akin to that. And the route trees were terrible. How hard, think about it as a defender, is it for you to defend one speed out and one fade on the goal line? That's it. And it's not like you're going against a top flight offensive line where you're just like, oh my goodness, they're about to tush push us. Oh my goodness, they're going to just run it down our throat. And Shedeur was able to cook and complete that pass that I'm talking about in said situation. Right? But when you talk about Coach Monken's offense and to bring it full circle, what he's going to do, I'm guaranteeing you're going to see glitz and glamour. And what I mean by glitz and glamour is you're going to see pre-snap motions, right? You're going to see the tailbacks orbit out. You're going to see motion to be able to identify coverages. One thing that we never did a lot of last year was just simple motions to identify a coverage. You know how easy it is in the shotgun for, say, a quarterback, if it's man coverage, if you flip the back and put him over in the slot and then motion him back again one time, a lot of times you'll get a sneak peek. You'll get to see a linebacker move. You'll get to see different things happen as far as somebody identifying themselves in a coverage if it's a man coverage scheme. Even in zone, people have to adjust where they're at, where their drops are going to be. We did none of that. We just lined up and played. You're going to see a lot of that. And what you're also going to see is deep crossing routes. What you're going to see is a lot of play action, but a lot of different things that look the same, right? You're going to see a play where, okay, it looked like a zone. The next time it's going to look like the exact same play, but then the ball comes back out and the quarterback has it, and now we're throwing a little pop pass to the tight end backside where absolutely nobody on the defense was expecting the ball to go. AKA, shout out to G. Bush, shout out to the big homie, because he cooked with one of these points. I don't know if anybody remembers that fourth down where Mark Andrews okey-doked us. I'm not going to lie, I almost punched holes in my TV. That fourth down where Mark Andrews lined up and okey-doked us with the spin move, because the week before they had Lamar run the little speed, option type deal to the opposite side and picked up a first down, right? Fast forward versus us, they line up in the exact same thing, give us the exact same look at the snap of the ball. It looks the same, but then Mark Andrews spins out, first down, damn near a touchdown. I don't know if he scored or not, but it was 4th and 1, and it was like 40 yards. My boy Cook. These are the type of things that our media could be talking about, right? Let me hop back in the chat with y'all, because I keep getting worked up, man. I keep getting worked up. Let me tap in with y'all, right? And I appreciate all the salutes, man. Salute to y'all, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all keep spamming some comments, because I'm going to get to them. I promise you, I'm going to get to them. I get to ranting because it's ridiculous at this point. I wanted to go live today because I sat back and I watched the barbershop today, and I thought about it, and it is wild that these guys are allowed to get away with this, man. Big Kev says, right, so now they make this stuff up or twist themselves into knots trying to come up with reasons for not using Shedeur. Perfect scenario with that. This conversation that we've been having on whether Shedeur can or cannot be a backup. Who the hell are you? Did you not watch last year? How many times we got to say this dude was throwing the Baldwin Wallace players more than Cleveland Browns? If you don't know, Baldwin Wallace is a D3 school, a D3 college. He was throwing more passes to Baldwin Wallace wide receivers last year than he was to Cleveland Browns. Oh, we'll speed past that. Oh, that never happened. Oh, that was your boy. That was your homie, Kev. Kev with the text messages. Grossy's drinking, buddy, Kev. Jason Lloyd's texting, buddy, Kev. So what really is the issue with Shedeur Sanders? Can they say it's something he personally did? No. Can they say anything about him that he's done? No. Do they hate Prime? You can say that. Is that a valid reason for everything that's been going on with this one-sided, double-faced, two-tone media? No. He said the ABS is going to need to update their LinkedIn. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate the salutes, man. When I see Bull, Daryl, Jason, and Anthony, I bet they never even wore a football helmet. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They have never worn. They have never put on a football helmet. They've never put their hand in the dirt. They've never laced it up. None of them, right? And what's crazy is Mikey McNuggets got more athletic genes than them. And they hate on Mike McNuggets. McNuggets don't always have the greatest takes either. McNuggets does not have the greatest takes. But what I'm saying in terms of just speaking athletically, like speaking as an athlete, Mike can speak faster as an athlete than they can. Remember last year, it came out that the QBs had to get permission to throw downfield. Yeah, we all saw that. We all saw that on the mic'd up segment, right? On the mic'd up segment. Hey, man, I'm trying to throw the ball downfield. What Kenny Pickett bum ass say? Hey, man, you got to ask Kev. Go ask Kev. Hey, man, you got to go ask Kev. There should be design shot plays in the offense that we know we about to come out and cook. Let's try and get something on the board. But no, G. Bush broke this down for us. This was a vanilla plain Jane offense, man. This offense was as plain as it gets. Terrible. Like dry. Dry. There was no type of creativity. There was nothing that was like, oh my goodness. There was anybody in the chat, tell me a time where you were like, oh my goodness, that was a crazy play call from Kevin Stefanski. And what were the Browns famous for? We were famous for coming out in the first 15, that first drive, oh my goodness. When the defense don't know what you're about to do, you know, you're coming out and getting a feel for each other. That first drive, oh my God, you would swear we had the best offense in the league. That first drive is like, oh my, we just marched straight down the field. Boy, little you know, you ain't seen another touchdown, boy, for another 45 minutes. You ain't seeing points scored for a while. That was the last one of the day. Cut it. You need to cut it. Boys was barely scraping and fighting for 17 points a game. Terrible. Hey, the tush push reverse. Exactly. And that was a hell of a call. But when they talk about this offense, they really don't want to give Coach Monken, they don't want to give him the game. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give him the job. They don't want to embrace him, I should say, as the coach. It's like they're we're just waiting to see. We're waiting for this all to blow up. We know this is gonna be bad. We know they're gonna lose. We know this is gonna be horrible. We know this is gonna be horrible. That's like the level of how they look. You know what I mean? To me, it's weird, right? Big Kev, he said, Big Kev, they was sweating bullets. G. Bush cooked them with stats and facts this week. For sure. And he didn't have to get out of pocket. He didn't have to yell. He didn't have to be nasty or try and demean any other players to do so. And one of the coldest bars that G. Bush put was that Brandon Ayuk one. They tried to ask, and it was like, well, what players or what team has ever come out really recently and said this guy's a problem in the locker room? It doesn't happen. G. Bush said, Brandon Ayuk with the quickest jab ever. Brandon Ayuk. That was a cold line from G. Bush. That was a cold line from G. Bush right there. I'm trying to tell you, that was a cold line. And the fact of the matter is, he was punching back the whole time. Anytime. Look, he had 3 of them asking questions at one time. As soon as he finished one, here come another question. Come on, bring that here to me. You got another question? Come on, bring that here to me. Oh, you got a question for me? Come on. And they had to sit back down and listen. It was a fun watch for me. I'm not going to lie. It was a very entertaining watch. Watching G. Bush fish fillet them boys. Put them in that good oil. Get that oil on 450. That good batter on there. Got that Old Bay. Anybody know about that slap your mama? Y'all know about that. Y'all don't know about that slap your mama. Y'all don't know about that slap your mama. Got them boys on that 450 oil, dog. Tilapia time. Crappie time. Boy, stop playing. Got them boys heated up. G. Bush was doing the ticket, wasn't it? Hey, in the chat, man. Appreciate the salute. Salute to y'all. Salute to everybody in here, man. Irvin Reed says this makes me wonder if that's why they don't want to see two in this offense. Ding! Winner. If I can send you something right now, I would. I promise. But this is exactly why. Think about everything Coach Monken has done, right? Lamar Jackson is a good passer to football, right? He's a good passer to football. He's not an elite passer to football. He's not a great passer to football. He's good. He's not bad. He's not trash. He's not ass. He's not none of that. So let's get that out the way. I'm not trashing Lamar Jackson by any standard. But Lamar is not just a natural rhythmic passer and just distributing the ball to everybody. Can he do it? Absolutely. We've seen him do it time and time again. But a lot of that has been worked on. Lamar has really tailored his craft to be able to do so. And a lot of that came in with the help of Coach Monken. Why do you think he was brought in? But Coach Monken doesn't get a lot of that. Well, I'll say nationally, he gets a lot of that credit, right? Cleveland media, does he get that credit? Absolutely not, right? They tried to use the tracker saying Watson threw more TDs, but not knowing Shedeur had a higher percentage to practice getting the ball out early. We know Shedeur. Anybody that knows Shedeur, we know if it's a on-schedule timing play that's supposed to happen, he can get the rock out. He's a quarterback. Shedeur is a pure pocket passer. And he has running abilities. And if you think he can't run, he might just gash you with his feet. Because you get the plan and don't have somebody spy or don't keep that edge contained, and he get loose on you. Right? But Shedeur is a pure pocket passer. Let's not get that confused. Shedeur is a pure pocket passer. So the narrative that he can't play in rhythm, hell, nobody can play in rhythm if I ain't got no time. If as soon as I get the ball, I'm hitting my back foot and I know that DN is already on heels, hell no. What you mean play in rhythm? Yeah, I'm going to sit there and hitch and get my teeth knocked out, right? I mean, damn, even last year with the whole narrative of playing on time, brother, he has no time. My boy Jenkins was out there like old man Jenkins. My boy Jenkins was like the saloon doors. Them old saloon doors, them don't even got no lock. They just This your left tackle. You know how they walk through the doors? The big bad bully come walking through the doors and the sheriff got to check him. He open the door, boom, them doors. That's your left tackle. Play on schedule. I'm supposed to play on schedule? Buddy's supposed to hold up his block. How many times do we have steel frames, right? Screenshots. Offensive lineman looking like this, right? Here your offensive lineman. Got his hands in the air like this. Boy, the D lineman passed you. Where are you looking at, Fuzz? You looking the block. You trying to find somebody. Find your man. Find your man. A lot was made about Bitonio, and shout out Bitonio, man. I hope he do get a Hall of Fame review at some point. It ain't going to be no time soon, but at some point I hope he does. Great guy. Great person. Great Brown. Not a great player last year. Nobody on that offensive line was a great player. Wyatt Teller, not a great player. If he was such a great player, we'd have made it an emphasis to bring him back. There's a reason you let 5 offensive linemen go. You just let the whole... Yeah, y'all go ahead. Yo, imagine that, though. You let the whole offensive line walk. It's crazy to say that. That was a bar. I appreciate you, man. Hey, Marie had to laugh. Hey, wrist up. Wrist up. I really believe Two can cook. And that Monken offense, I don't see why he can't cook, man. Two ain't fast, but he's quick. I think he got sneaky speed. we've seen him break, especially at Colorado, JSU. We've seen him break, even in the NFL Titans game, and he's more shifty than anything. So what he has is crazy, subtle movement in the pocket, right? I played defense. I played linebacker. There is nothing worse than as a linebacker, you're coming downhill on a blitz, right? You're coming through, and you just know you about to smoke the quarterback. Oh, I'm going to smoke you. I'm about to. And then they just put one of these on you. The lean up, and you go forward a little bit, and they, whoo! And now you dive in the air. And now you dive in that air. That's the worst feeling ever as a defender. But Shedeur is known for that. And Shedeur is sneaky with the agility in the pocket. My guy can make you miss. He'll make you look foolish with a subtle movement in the pocket. And then in open space, he has enough speed to pick up quality first downs if he needs to. I'll give him that. Jerry Jeudy's hands are like that. Jerry Jeudy's hands is like this desk. You see that? But that's solid. That's solid. No, for real. Listen, and shout out to Jerry Jeudy, though. Because Jerry Jeudy has the talent to really be good. Jerry Jeudy can be really good. We saw what he did with Jameis Winston when he cooked up. Like, Jerry Jeudy was looking like one of them guys. Once again, what happened? That was when Kev gave up the play calling, right? Kev wasn't calling any more plays at that point in time. So when Kev stopped calling the plays, people started to eat. But Jerry Jeudy needs to get it together for sure. But I think some of the hate is undeserved. Some of it is undeserved. This guy was taking they were taking 3 to his side every time. Who else? What are you going to do? We're going to man up. Cedric Tillman is not going to beat us man-to-man. Let's just put that out of here. Cedric Tillman ain't beating us man-to-man. Last year, Bond was unproven, didn't have an offseason, right? This year, you got a collection of guys. You're not going to be able to just over the top on Jerry Jeudy the whole time. You over the top on Jerry Jeudy if you want to, and KC is going to KC you in the end zone. I'm trying to tell you. Daryl was spreading the word. This from Big Cab, man. Daryl was spreading the word that Shedeur was holding on to the ball too long. Tried to get Todd with the gotcha question about holding it long. Todd cracked his face telling him, yeah, it's by design. He did. Yeah, well, the quarterbacks are holding on to the ball. Yeah, and that was the main thing. Holding on to the ball, there's a difference when you're holding on to the ball, right? There's a difference in holding on to the ball, trying to extend the play, trying to make a play down the field, versus holding on to the ball because you can't see who's open. You're not seeing the field. You're not seeing anything clearly, so you're just stuck with the ball. There's two completely different things. One thing that was made that they tried to say, Daryl and all of those guys last year, was that Shedeur had the most time. No, he was the most available and the most athletic as far as evading rush, right? So, yeah, you're going to have more time in the pocket if I already made 2 people miss. Was Dylan Gabriel making anybody miss? Was the traffic cone himself, those orange barrels that be on the highway when they got work going on, that's Joe Flacco. Was he getting out of the way of a sack? We saw that boy break with 45 yards of daylight, and he looked like Bambi hit by one. Come on. If we cooking, I'm just saying. But 2's not mobile. Or he's not his daddy. He can't run, and he can't run like prime time. Well, can't nobody run like prime time. What are you talking about? Makes no sense, man. Let me go ahead, get in here. Mel McClendon, Fedora's disposition and look suggested drug use. Hey, it said Chris Feder was on drugs. Hey, that's fire. That's fire, Mel. Fedora's disposition and look suggested drug use. Hey, F. Listings was glazy eyes. Glazy white eyes. Hey, zooted. Man, listen. You gonna get me in trouble. You gonna get me in trouble if I start saying the things I want to say to that one. That was a funny comment. I'm not gonna lie. That was crazy. Mel. Pit Boy. The offense last year was horrible because of the lack of play calling, coaching skills, and skill players. Andrew Berry retooled the whole offense. Clap it up. Hey, Pit Boy, that is an accurate analysis, right? When you think of retooling the whole offense, my boy addressed every weak point. The only thing you didn't need to address was the quarterback, and that's because you have Shedeur Sanders, right? If you didn't have Shedeur Sanders this year, they would have drafted a quarterback. Let's be clear. If it was just Dylan Gabriel and Deshaun Watson, there would have been a quarterback in here. You have Shedeur Sanders, which is why no quarterback has been brought in, why we have the whole anybody but Shedeur campaign going on this whole time, right? We done brought in a whole litany of playmakers as far as through the draft, right? Whole new offensive line through the draft and free agency. You've got depth on the offensive line. So say somebody goes down, you got people ready to come in, step up, and take their spot. You talking about doing what you're supposed to do, addressing the issues in the offseason? Andrew Berry could. He addressed the issues in the offseason for sure. For sure. Zach Feder need to address his issues from what Mel's talking about. Big Kev. The drills is for scrambling. Yeah, that was said too. What they're doing, and Coach Monken has said there's no play call he's going to call more than scramble. It's going to happen, right? Scramble is a play in every one of their pass plays. Scramble is the secondary play. That's just facts. So the media thought they were going to get one over by asking him that question, and you're right by pointing that out. They thought they were going to get one over. He's like, goofy. We're designing that. We got playmakers. We got guys that can extend the play. We have natural playmakers over here. So what we're going to do, we're going to tap in with their skill set. That's an example of coaching on another level. Coaching on another level is being able to tailor your play style, your coaching style, whatever you do, tailoring that to the talent around you. And that's one thing that Coach Monken has effectively, boy, I got to hit the coffee, effectively been able to do at every level that he's been on. And that's one thing you definitely cannot take away from him. There's nobody that can say that he is not an innovator and somebody that's willing to think outside of the box when it comes to designing offensive, plays and schematics. Irvin Reed, Judy is the epitome of yesterday's price, ain't today's price. He got to step his game up and calm down any diva energy. Oh, yeah, he better not be on. Boy, you be on the sideline. I ain't going to lie. Bucky might knock you out this year. You keep playing. No, Jerry Jeudy, I don't expect to see any of that this year. One, you got Denzel Boston and KC Concepcion. My boy better be on his best behavior or he's going to be on his way up out of the league. In Jerry Jeudy. Because he might get one more team after this. But if it's not good there, it's done. He's already had too many issues as far as locker room, coaching staff, GM issues, all of those kind of things, right? Jerry Jeudy has definitely got to cook. I appreciate you, Marie. Yeah, keep building. For sure. By practicing scrambling now, the coach is hedging his bets that every down is a positive. Well, yeah, but what you're allowing your playmakers to do is to be themselves, right? Yes, we have a scheduled play. But if all else fails, be an athlete, right? That's what your coaches should always tell you. At the end of the day, you play this game because you're naturally gifted to do so. Shedeur has natural playmaking gifts. People talk about that all the time. So, when being a coach, and this is one thing that kills me, and I don't think this is just a football thing. I think this is a coaching thing in general. And this is not NFL level. This goes across all levels, right? There's a lot of coaches that get hung up on their system. And when I say their system, I don't mean their system in the sense of code of conduct, way you handle yourself off the field, stuff like that. What I'm talking about is coaches that get hung up in, I want it ran this way, this is what I do. I run a 4-3 and it's set this way. I want the linebacker here and this is his people that get hung up on specifics and stuff, right? That's one thing that Kevin Stefanski did, right? He hung himself with his own system. He wasn't available or innovative in his thought process by looking at the talent he had and saying, okay, what can I do? I know I like to do X, Y, and Z, but with this specific skill set, X, Y, and Z is not going to work. Let me figure out what I can do with the skill set that I have to be able to get the most out of them. And that's one thing that Coach Monken has done at every point in his career. And you cannot take that away from him. What are you most excited about seeing this preseason? Deshaun Watson. First thought that came to my mind. Like, without hesitating, without thinking about it, that was the first thing. I'm excited to see Deshaun Watson. Good, bad, indifferent. I'm excited to see Deshaun Watson. Shedeur, preseason, whether Shedeur cooks in the preseason or not, we already know if he cooks in the preseason, they'll poo-poo it and say it wasn't anything. Right? I'm excited to see what Deshaun Watson does, right? For a couple of reasons. One, it's good to see the guy getting back healthy, right? He done been through a lot. It's good to see the guy getting back healthy. I want to see if he can catch up with the speed of the game. I want to see if with Mary Kay and with all these people that were telling us he looked so great and that Coach Monken needed to just name him the starter, I need to see what their analysis was, right? Because we've seen 6 years of Deshaun Watson. In the 6 years we've seen of Deshaun Watson has not been good. Mind you, we ain't seen him that much in 6 years. 19 games in 6 years. His last 8-game stint with the Browns, 1-8. That's tough. I don't think anybody can win with that. I mean, just think about that though. 1-8. Shedeur played 7 games. 3-4. I mean, that's just better in itself right there. I think I'm excited. Outside of Deshaun Watson, I'll address that question as well. I appreciate you, Urban Reed, man. I appreciate that. The most thing I'm excited to see is I'm excited to see what I noticed different about the offense. What I noticed different about the offense in terms of what route combinations are being thrown out there. Are there any different pre-snap things that we see going on? Are the false starts, holding penalties, all of those types of things cut to a minimum? Because Coach Monken has made it a point. He's talk about he hates terrible football, bad football, right? As crazy as it sounds, I'm ecstatic to see the defense. Oh, that should be something that you should be. I think the defense is taken for granted, right? We're accustomed to the defense being decent. We're accustomed to the defense being good, and I think the last couple of years we've taken that for granted, right? Now you've got a new coach in there. Same type of scheme. It's not the exact same thing, right? Can't be the exact same, but pretty similar scheme. And now you add Verse, right? I'm excited to see what Verse can do coming from a 3-4 to a 4-3. Anybody that understands the difference, especially as an edge rusher from the schemes where he was at in LA, running that 3-4, he has pass responsibilities. If it's pass, he has to be outside and keep contained. He has to be able to peel and get off to a back in the screen scenarios. Here, it's attack. So, yeah, I think that's an amazing point right there as well, because I'm definitely excited to see the defense. There's a lot of things that you can be excited for. What I'm excited to see most, I still got to say Deshaun Watson, right? But as far as the defense, and I want to touch on that for a quick point, right? Defense. When we think about our defense, a lot have been made about what? We need to trade Denzel Ward now, right? Trade Denzel Ward for what? What the hell will we trade Denzel Ward for? Now you just want us to fire sale like we're the Jets? That blows my mind when people say that. Now we should be expecting to get rid of Denzel Ward. Get rid of Denzel Ward. Let that sink in for you, man. You've already gotten rid of Myles Garrett, and that wasn't due to the franchise wanting to get rid of Myles Garrett, by the way. Another thing, really quick. They wanted to make it seem like Myles Garrett being gone was an indictment on Shedeur Sanders. Who else heard that? Well, that tells you what they think about Shedeur Sanders because they got rid of the best player. So that tells you they don't think Shedeur is any good. If they thought he was good, you're not getting rid of Myles Garrett. Who heard that narrative out here? Who heard that narrative thrown out, right? I certainly did. I certainly heard that narrative thrown out. And to me, How you get one from the other is beyond me. Myles Garrett did not want to be here. How many times we got to tell him that? Myles Garrett did not want to be a member of this team. Myles Garrett did not want to be a member of this team. When Jim Schwartz didn't get the job, Myles Garrett was like, yeah, I'm going to the Cavs game, but y'all, for real, that was done data. But how they get that to mean that's an indictment on Shedeur, these guys just pull rabbits out the hat consistently. The Cleveland media is a bag of jokes. Catch them at your local comedy club because they are a bag of jokes. A bag of chuckles. A bag of ha 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 ha. Goofy guys. Looney Tunes, man. Looney Tunes. But kick this real quick. Shedeur, what you be feeling about the season? Let's see. I got a clip loaded up for y'all. I got a couple actually. Now, this is something different. This is that Chris Fetter guy. Let's go ahead and play this real quick.
Watching Shedeur Sanders play quarterback on Sundays, I would rather poke myself in the eyeballs repeatedly than watch him try to play quarterback at the NFL level.
I think that's an insanely hot take.
It's not.
Yes.
He was.
Let's just think about that. You would rather poke your own eyes out than watch Shedeur Sanders play quarterback. Have you not seen recent Browns quarterbacks in history? Let him cook.
Was statistically one of the worst quarterbacks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, and I think I've heard everyone pirate that take, and the truth is...
It's not pirating when it's actually true.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, parroting it. There, that's a different one. Everyone has said it, and then you actually put on the tape. He really wasn't as bad as the stats say he was.
Yes, he was.
No,
he made
wasn't.
a couple of plays downfield with his arm.
Not a couple.
A couple of plays every now and again with his arm. Shedeur made a couple of plays every quarter with his arm. There was every now and again a throw where you're like, damn. Did Dylan Gabriel give you any of them throws? No.
Now and then he extended plays. He was terrible. He had more interceptions than touchdowns. He had a terrible EPA per play.
Now, is this not the Jason Lloyd official rundown? Is this not the Jason Lloyd official rundown, right? It makes no sense what this guy is saying.
Terrible success rate, terrible completion percentage over expected. He was one of the worst players that played quarterback in the NFL last year. And the only reason why he looked good is because you were comparing him to Dylan Gabriel. I am open to any idea that prevents me from watching.
That's your boy, Chris Fetter.
You just have to go above Vegas wins and losses. And after Myles Garrett, it's at 5.5 wins. You were a 5-win team last year. And that was with, again, one of the 5 worst offenses I've ever watched. If you get to 6 wins and the offense looks competent, and I'm assuming the defense will take a slight regression, but the defense still looks like it's got a lot of promise, and you're on the precipice.
Hey, Urban Reed, he said he needed G. Bush's stat breakdown, but my man pushed back on this clown narrative. He did. G. Bush pushed back on that whole narrative. And one of the things that I thought was funny was I listened to Colin Cowherd, and he said a bunch of the similar things. He was saying how during that time period, Shedeur had more touchdown passes than Josh Allen, Jordan Love. Guys that these guys would clamor for. What's one of their favorite words? You know, coaches are salivating. Coaches are salivating for players like that. Goofies, right? So all of their narratives have been dispelled. But talking about this right here, how many wins you guys got the Browns winning, right? I got them at 9 wins. I got them at 9 wins right now. I got the Browns legitimately at 9 wins. You guys let me know in the comments, in the chat, how many wins you think the Browns can have this year. What's the schedule? Take a look at the schedule. Get back with me. and tell me what you think their record's going to be. 12 wins, Irvin Reed. I don't put it far off, right? I don't put it far off. One of the concerns that I do have is the offensive line and their cohesiveness. I do feel like it's going to be much better than last year. The offense is going to be light years better, right? We have to see how everything cooks. We have a lot of rookies, right? That's one thing that gives me a little bit of pause on going past 10. That sounds weird to me. Don't watch if you feel like harming yourself. If Shedeur is playing, that one viewer will have no impact on the millions that will be tuned in to watch our guy. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was just really an ignorant thing to say. I mean, just given the climate, mental health is a real thing. That's an ignorant thing to say. It's really him trying to be like as nasty as he can towards Shedeur Sanders, but he makes himself look even goofier. He makes himself look even more goofy than what he was trying to make Shedeur look, right?
Next year of getting your quarterback, it's going to be real.
That's what they're stuck on. And that's one thing you always hear them say. Next year, getting your quarterback, getting your guy, getting your... Do you not understand if you get a quarterback next year, that sets your window back again, because with the rookie quarterback, you're not doing anything. Quarterbacks usually don't get really, really good till year 3, 4, 5, right? Rookie. You're going to bring a rookie in, expect him to be John Elway, and he's going to be another name on the jersey, man. These guys love quarterbacks. Can't get over it. Quarterback. They wake up out of bed and scream quarterback in the morning when they get up. Goofies.
Real hope, real excitement going into year 2 of Todd Monken. I think you're building that bridge. But that bridge, you got to clear a couple of those things, including what Vegas thinks you can do this year.
So they win 5. They come in below that mark. Todd had a bad season as a head coach, and you want him
66% is 11 and 12 wins. Marie says 10 is the floor, but it's only up from there. Okay. They won 5 games with the team last year. 2 to 3 games dropped due to coaching. Cleveland should win 9 to 13 games. Yep. I'm with you guys. I don't think, there's anything wrong with anybody saying 10, 11, 12 wins. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think there's reasons why you might have a little bit of pause, a little bit of pump the brakes. But knowing what we know about Shedeur Sanders, okay, let's put it like this. They start Shedeur all 17, I'm giving them 10. I'll move from 9 to 10 just off my thought process. That's all other factors I'm not even going to take into consideration. They start Shedeur the whole season, I'm giving them 10 wins. Ask that. Do you think they're going to start somebody else to start the season? You think Watson going to really start the season? I don't, personally. I think Shedeur starts the season and rocks out. Takes the job, steals it, hand down.
fired?
I'd probably ask why they won the same amount of games this year as last year. You just have to go above Vegas.
So, I don't get the whole Vegas thing, right? That doesn't make sense to me. 5 games? Yeah, that's Chris Fetter. The guy with the toilet bowl hairline. Yeah, that guy. Chris Fetter. Worst to first. New Cleveland. I feel that. I definitely feel that. When you look at teams as far as in division, Bengals, I don't think they made any just life-changing additions, right? We beat them with their offense fully kilter last year at the end of the year. Ravens, whole new staff. We got to see how Lamar takes to the new offense. How them guys get to cooking over there, right? You got a whole new thing going on in Baltimore. Pittsburgh, I feel like Pittsburgh is primed to be stinky. You dub back Aaron Rodgers and McCarthy like this was the Packers. I don't know, man. I definitely feel like we win in the North. I feel like we can win the North. I don't see how we don't win the North. Pit Boy, it's amazing that Andrew Berry does multiple interviews and does nothing but pushes his belief in Shedeur, but these clowns don't hear him at all. No, anything Andrew Berry says or Todd Monken says goes in one ear and out the other. But if Zach Jackson, Albert Breer, or Tom Pelissero says something, you're supposed to take it as gospel. Is that not what it is, though? Is that not the energy that they give? If they call Zach Jackson, Albert Breer, Tom Pelissero, they call any of the guys that they like to bring in and talk to on the fan, and have them give their little. Don't let McShay say something. If McShay says something, that's coming from the good book itself. But when your head football coach or your GM tells you something, you don't believe it. But we're supposed to believe you? Man, y'all fried. Fried. It's the weakest schedule in my G. Bush voice. Why not us? I like that. I like that. I like that. Yeah, and one thing that I will say, man, is Andrew Berry, man, he's gotten to be praised. He has gotten to be praised. Why there's a lack of Andrew Berry praise in the Cleveland media? We don't know. Somebody please tell us. I don't know. But when I look at this thing, man, and to get back to my initial point when we started talking, man, I appreciate you guys in the chat. Keep running up stuff in the chat so I have some more things to, question you guys back with, because I want to ask y'all some questions too. But my initial thought process, when I started this video today, was thinking about why is it such a weird sense right now in Cleveland? Like there's no real optimism. It's almost like everybody's on edge. It's like we're waiting to see what's going to happen. We're just waiting to see it play out. Right now, this is the time of the year where we're supposed to be out here pumped up. The season's about to start. We got a great draft class 2 years in a row. New offensive line. Shedeur ready to put butts in seats. This should be a time where there should be a lot of positivity and hope moving around this Cleveland organization. But what your media is pushing you is the furthest thing from it. These guys, if they could Madden sim, you know how you play Madden and you don't want to play a couple games in the season, you ready to get to the playoffs and sim. These guys want to sim 2026. They want to simulate 2026, get it over with, and just get Arch Manning. If they could just simulate 2026 and get Arch Manning, their life would be complete. It would be life goals. These guys would be set, right? I think we can win our division too. This is wild. I know everything that's going on in Cleveland and know nothing that's going on in Dallas. I got to do better. New Cleveland. Hey, that's wild. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to Dallas and shout out to you because we appreciate your support. I'm not going to lie. That's wild. So when I think about it, the whole reason why this issue is so big is that one guy, that one number 2. That's the reason why this issue is as huge as it is. You can't say it's not. We didn't have this much talk going around in Cleveland, not even when Johnny was here. When Baker was here, it was some hype too. Baker was getting into it with the media, but it was never to this level, right? Colin Cowherd told us, this is Tebow, except this guy can play. Go watch Colin Cowherd, what he said. He said, this is going to be Tim Tebow, except this guy can actually play. Irvin Reed says, Reed got your bandwagon first class, huh? Hey, shouts out, man. Shedeur got fans all across the world. These guys, shout out to Well Off Media. These guys are global, man. They taking over. And as a Cleveland Browns fan, most of us, the majority of us, homegrown Cleveland Browns fans, we are excited to have Shedeur here. We're excited to see what he can do, what he can cook. The media will fool you as though nobody wants Shedeur in Cleveland. The fan base, we're all looking at these guys like, what are you talking about? Why do you think 92.3 The Fan doesn't do as many call-ins as they used to? I'm talking about from regular people, not your Breers, Pelisseros, all the goofies that they have call in, right? Why do you think 92.3 The Fan does not have the viewers call in anymore? Because they're going to be getting cussed out. They're going to have to end calls. G. Bush said that earlier. But that's a fact. When you watch these shows and you go back and rewind and watch some of their shows from last year, these guys used to have callers. Callers. People in the chat, people waiting on hold to get in and talk to Ken Carman, Anthony Lima, all of these guys. You think they want that now? No, because you're going to have to cut people off in the middle of the conversation because they about to get on your keister. They about to get on your backside, brethren. Hate to say it, Cleveland is old school Teamster segregation territory. Absolutely. And I mean, that goes down to youth sports and all the way up. I mean, just we can break that down. As a Northeast Ohio person, I'm from Canton, Ohio, man, the Hall of Fame city. Like, literally, the Hall of Fame is, you know what I mean, right there. So, like, the Hall of Fame is nothing. We go in the Hall of Fame multiple times a year. But Northeast Ohio is riddled with that type of energy. And it does nothing but take place in your media, and you see it play out in real time. It makes no sense whatsoever. It doesn't. Pit Boy, why would Barry not want Shedeur to win after making a question on the hiring questionnaire this past winter? I mean, that was a big issue. They were all tripping about the package that they were having folks fill out. They had folks filling out packets to be the coach. And rumored, one of the questions was, how do you feel about Shedeur Sanders? What do you think you can do with him? Do you think you like him or not? If you check no in that box, no more interviews for you. You can rest assured that. Marie said, I wanted to go watch Cleveland beat ATL, but dang, it's December 13th. Too cold out there in December. Hey, in December, I ain't gonna lie, you might get an odd day in December where it's nice. You might get an odd day. It does get cold. It does get frigid, especially up there on that lake. For surely. But Ohio weather is so weird that you might get a winter day where it just pop out and it's 70. What the heck? Next day, back to snow. You got to dress right. Yeah, you're going to be out there dressed crazy. You're going to have cargo shorts on, Timbs, a fur coat with a tank underneath ready to go because you don't know what it's going to be. All right, man. So, last topic of the night, man. Last topic of the night. Let's go ahead and get to it, right? Receiver core. One thing I want to talk about with it. This dude, Boston, has been elite. Out of our receiving core, Jerry Jeudy and Harold Fannin, let's take them out, right? What do you guys feel about Bond, Boston, and Concepcion? Where we stand right now, there was articles that came out that as a list of playmakers, the Browns currently are 30th as a playmaking core, right? 32 teams. We are 30th as a playmaking core. Do you think that our young talent, Quinshon Judkins, you can add him to that, do you think that we're going to change that narrative? And do you think our offense can be a top 15 offense this year? Going from a last ranked offense or next to last ranked offense, do you think that we can go to a top 15 offense? Think about it. You got a completely new offensive line. You got a Chex Mix bag of offensive linemen, right? Some good additions, some good pieces, but we have to see how it's all going to flow and gel together. Your receiving core, it looks great right now, right? But you have a lot of unproven in it. Jerry Jeudy has proven to be able to drop the ball. That's the most proven thing you have in this receiving core. Harold Fannin, outstanding rookie campaign, right? Has to turn it around, do it again. I feel like he can do it again. When we talk about Bond, a guy that didn't have an offseason last year, a guy that didn't get to go to OTAs, all of those things, coming in this year, he's been one of the bright spots through OTAs. When I look at Bond, I feel like this is somebody that's going to take a big step. He's been catching a lot of the passes. You see him with the highlight reels, things of that nature, in camp, right? You have Boston, a target that we have not had. We've had the weakest version of it in Cedric Tillman. We've seen Cedric Tillman ball one good time. Denzel Boston now is your red zone threat, your big body, your third down possession receiver. We have to see what he can do on the next level, right? And that's the thing with a lot of these guys, because we have to see what they can do on this level. They look great right now. Absolutely. Touted highly in the draft. We have to see what these guys do in real time, though. Let me tap in with y'all real quick. Mel said, talking about Barry and Monken, but it's Haslam that needs that needs to be watched. And the quotations, watched. Yeah. Honestly, I think Haslam just wants to win. I don't think Haslam may be a football guy. I don't think Haslam may be the most well-versed when it comes to actually football. But do I think his intentions are to win? Yeah. Because if you realize this dude will throw a bag of money at the team. He ain't going to spare no expense now. Jimmy gonna open that pocketbook now. Whether he opened that pocketbook in the right direction or not is another story. But Jimmy wants to win. Jimmy got some eerily similarities to that guy down there in Dallas. He got some similarities to that guy down there in Dallas. He wants to win. Now, whether he's doing it the right way or not, that's a completely different story. Where he said Bond / Boston, wide receiver 1, Concepcion, wide receiver 1B2, Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver 4. Hold up. How we skipped the 3? Dog. Hey, that's funny. Okay, Bond and Boston is your 1 and 2 is what you're saying. Okay. Concepcion 2. Damn, you just throwing Jerry Jeudy up out of there. Jerry. She said it's going to be an APB out for your playtime, broski. That's crazy, Marie. Fannin is target 1. I believe Fannin is going to eat up now that he has other playmakers beside him. Fannin is going to eat up. I guarantee you, Fannin is going to clean up now. Irvin Reed, absolutely top 12 if you want to be nasty. That old line is hungry to dominate. That's one thing that I have been hearing, that the offensive line is looking good. Even though it's patchwork, a Chex Mix offensive line, they say it's looking great. Yeah, you definitely don't want an owner that's not going to spend. I'm not going to lie to you. You definitely do not want an owner that is stingy with the pocketbooks. You got an owner that's stingy with the pocketbooks, you're going to always wonder. One thing about Cleveland and Jimmy Haslam is he definitely going to take a swing. Yeah, he might strike out 85% of the time, but damn it, he going to swing. Damn it, Jimmy is going to swing. I'll tell you that. He might not be looking. His eyes might be closed when he's swinging it, but Jimmy going to swing. Hey, another guy we don't talk about enough is Carson Schlesinger, man. Schlesinger? My goodness. The dude went crazy. How many tackles? 100 or something, man. My guy went crazy. Right? I don't know, man. To me personally, I feel like these guys are primed and ready to do some damage. I think we just have to sit back and wait, right, till the pads come on. A lot is going to be made in these next couple weeks. right? A lot is going to be made in the next couple weeks. Get ready for more of the craziest narratives you can think of to pop out. Some more BS. You know, you're going to have more people advocating Mac Jones and people of the sorts. Get ready for everything crazy to be happening in these next couple weeks. After the 4th, it's going to be wild because there's really going to be nothing to talk about until the 29th. That's when they come back, the 29th of July. So after the 4th, get ready for some silliness. Get ready for a bunch of guys to come out with nothing to talk about and just blubbering on. AKA Chris Fetter. I think as a Browns fan, as somebody that's invested in what's going on, you have to be excited. You have to be excited. You have to be excited. You can't look at the team outside of what 92.3 The Fan wants to tell you. You can't look at the fan and not be excited. I mean, look at the team, and not be excited. Marie said, I'm definitely rooting for Concepcion. He can be that Zay Watson. Wait. Zay Watson. Oh, no, you said Zay Weaver, LaJohntay Wester. Weaver? Okay. Yeah. Okay, LaJohntay Wester, Jimmy Horn type of guy. Yeah, for sure. But Concepcion, one thing they don't give him for, he's a smaller guy, but this dude plays the outside too. So he plays everything, X through Z. Like, he plays it all. That's one thing they don't do is give KC Concepcion enough credit. I feel like KC Concepcion is an elite playmaker. And I think one of the reasons why he drops passes is because he's so nasty with the ball after the catch. He's ready to go get busy. He's one of those guys you have to tell him, just secure the catch first and then get busy. We know you're going to get busy with the ball afterwards. He's like catching the ball's like right here, and he's thinking like, oh, I'm about to kill this linebacker with the craziest cut. He's one of them kind of guys. Just catch the ball first, KC, and then go get busy. Concepcion, yep, okay. Jerry Jeudy got to catch the balls and stop being so obvious that Watson is his guy. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta push back on that. My boy was trying to track 2 down. Hey, Shador, when you leave, what time your flight leave? I'm trying to reschedule my flight to go with you. Jerry Jeudy better figure out what side that bread buttered on. Judy Booty is trash, LOL. Hey, man. Y'all be on Jerry Judy's head, bro. It's crazy. I low-key like Jerry Jeudy, though. He cool. Like, even that play last year where he got the ball knocked out because he fumbled, he was about to get busy. He was about to put some nasty work on somebody, but then, he took too long. Y'all really do not rock with Jerry Jeudy, boy. Y'all be on Jerry Judy's nugget. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look, if 2 is named the starter, I'm picking him for my fantasy league. Oh, for sure. All those wide receivers are in the league and are smaller receivers who are reliable for 2. That's why I used them as an example. Yeah, for sure. And I definitely agree with that. That's accurate. I had to see where you was going with it, but yeah, that's definitely accurate. And I think KC plays a little bit bigger than some of the guys you named, too. So I think that's better for him right now. I think KC plays a little bit bigger. KC's a smaller guy, but he plays bigger. He can get up and get it. Jump balls, 50-50 balls, yeah, for sure. Judy Booty just kiss it up, LOL. Yeah, he kiss it up because he know who's finna be the starter. That boy trying to get him some targets. And he know he got Denzel Boston and KC Concepcion out there. And you know them as younger guys, so you know they rocking with 12. Pause. I don't know what I said that was pause worthy, but yeah, pause. Because listen. Hey, pause. I don't know what I said. I don't even remember. But whatever I said, pause it. That's tough work. Hey, I'll rock with y'all, man. Y'all funny. Y'all are funny, man. Alright. Last thing of the night, man. I appreciate you guys. Y'all go ahead and hit that hype button, man. If you haven't hit the hype button, hype me up, man. Share me to some people. Like, subscribe, all of those things. If you haven't smacked the like button, go ahead and smack that right now, man. We gonna be live tomorrow. We're gonna do another live. I feel like every other day we're gonna start doing a live now. We're gonna keep bringing the regular videos where we cook the content, all of those things as well. But the live, I feel like we're gonna start picking up on these lives because I like interacting with you guys. I like interacting with the chat. I like getting the conversation going. And I feel like sometimes a lot of people, especially on YouTube and stuff, they got the chats open and don't use them. Why you don't use the chat, man? Tap into the chat. That's what I want to do, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. And he said, no, that pause was on me. Okay, good. Because I was trying to figure out what I said. I'm like, dang, what did I say? Side the bread buttered on. Was that bad? No, I don't think so. Hey, shout out to you, Irvin Reed, man. I appreciate you. You've been a dog in the chat today. Shout out to Marie. I appreciate you. Major love to Marie. Everybody in here, man. Pit Boy, you know what I mean? We got everybody in here. Everybody that has commented today. If I didn't say your name, I apologize. I'm trying to scroll through here and look at y'all real quick. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all smoke the like button for me. Charmaine, shout out to you. Big Kev, gotta shout out to Big Kev. Hey, Dayron Nicholas, shout out to you. Man, shout out to everybody in here, man. I appreciate everybody that took their time out just to drop a comment, man. I love that. I love the support, and I appreciate you guys. We're going to get up out of here, man. I got some things to get into, but we will tap in with you guys in the morning, man. It's going to be a great Sunday, man. You guys make sure you talk to your Lord and Savior. Say those good things tonight. Do what you need to do. Kiss the kids. Tell them you love them. Make sure you tell the people that you love them. Life is short, man. Every other day is somebody dying. My parents just had to attend another funeral of somebody that they were close to, that they lost. So, you know, a lot of times we hop on this internet to you know, escape reality or do all those different things, man. Y'all tell the people that you know you love them, man. Regardless of the situation, you might be beefing with them, not on the best of ways. Even if you're not on the best of terms with them, let them know regardless. We ain't good right now, but I love you. Make sure you do that, man. Oh my goodness, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Marie. Keep going. Blessings. $10 super chat, man. I appreciate you, Marie. I appreciate you. That's love. That's love. Hey, salute, Big Kev. What time are we going live tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'm thinking live probably. It's a good time. I want to let everybody get their day started and get everything going, man. Let's look at 3:34, around 3:34 for the live tomorrow. We're gonna try and cook a video before then, so we have something for the morning time. But 3:34, we want to get a little earlier live in, man. You know, everybody got to get some rest, get ready to go to work on Monday. All them good things, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you guys, man. I can dig it. Much love and prayers, even for Jerry Judy Booty. On that note, we out of here, man. Shout out, hey, prayers to Jerry Judy, man. Say what's up to the chat. You gonna say what's up to the chat? Say what's up.
What's up?
Yeah, we see you guys later on, man. This is my son, man. Firstborn. We up out of here though. We're about to go get some bedtime. All right, y'all. Y'all take care and have a great night.
That back, yo man just been at home. Grip the chrome. I can't lose my family, I can't lose my soul. Glue that engine out my Kia, crash that should be gone. Swerving, leaning off them Xannies, I almost slip Patron.